What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, June 13th, 2023. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all. Hope everybody's week is off to a nice, good start. Take a look at the astrology today. We're going to see that moon finish up in Aries, and it is going to square Pluto at 29 Aries right before it ingresses into Taurus. So definitely there's this edginess. It's always depth of feeling, especially with Moon and Pluto. So it's a lot of deeper feelings about our own sense of security in life, things that we're trying to achieve, or maybe what we're putting effort into. It can feel very conflicting on a day like this, especially with Venus in Leo and quincunxing Saturn. It's kind of like a really uncomfortable feeling that we're trying to understand. Where we put effort and energy is so important. Do we love it? Does it feel creative? Does it feel abundant? We still got, of course, Jupiter, where the moon will finish up today, and Jupiter Venus are still in their square. So, and even Moon North Node, it's there's a lot of interesting focus to trying to have us like analyze and pay attention to certain maybe commitments, certain things we've been focusing on that just maybe are not working, but it's really hard to put our finger on it. So I think today brings a bit of confusion, but so much feeling. And it's Gemini season. Lord of Gemini's there with Mercury. So I think we really want the facts that can make the right changes in our life, where we can sort of juggle the right things or make sense of things or communicate things. But there's so much feeling and so much of a like inner presence that has to be understood that it maybe is difficult mentally and can have us like really going down some rabbit holes, which I feel like we want to look for those. We want to see the black and white. We want to see the truth. We want to figure some things out. It's just sort of it's a weird energy that I think could make people feel a little, I guess, overly intensified or feel this like need, if you will, um, to get more out of maybe their effort, their energy, things of that nature. So, I think we're all trying to figure out what the best quality is in our life, how to make things better. Today brings like a really like big magnifying glass out that we're trying to find like this little speck of the truth that's going to make all the change, all the difference in the world. And it's almost like we keep getting close, but it's almost as if it's missing. But maybe it's not. Maybe there actually is the truth we're looking for. It just doesn't feel necessarily as comfortable as we would like. And I would say, after that square with Pluto, yes, the moon is in Taurus, and it brings up the sensual side of life. And I think that's where maybe with Venus still in square to Jupiter and also in that quincunx to Saturn, there's this insatiable energy. Like, it's almost like there's nothing that could fully quench the thirst of our desires, of what we want. So it's definitely having us, I think, really look for what the little tweak could be in some area to, bring more quality. But there's also where you could definitely be feeling like an inner drive too to just make things better. And I think that's where work and like Saturn's playing into it and Pluto back in Capricorn. It's like their effort and time will always give you more value. So the quick fix to situations isn't always the key, and maybe that's what we're desiring in some fashion, just to kind of feel empty-handed. So I think really like slowing down, feeling the room, feeling the day, checking ourselves a little bit. Not We don't have to force it. I think we just have to stay as on our game as we can today. And it's Mars Day. Mars is in Leo. That's definitely good. And the Sun and Mars are, coming off their sextile. Mercury's going to start making sextiles to Venus for a while. So, and Venus is going to go into shadow at 12 degrees of Leo. So Venus is getting really close to her shadow period as well. So, I mean, in the end, like we're all going to, reshape a lot of relationship stuff, value stuff, confidence, energy. I think we're learning a lot. It's always the key to life is just to learn and experience and to stay, I think, busy with things that make you feel creative and happy and abundant. And you see that pay off in the long run. So if you want something better, it does, I feel like, take effort. Some people are going to feel this energy and they're going to, put in the proper amount of energy that they don't feel like they're over necessarily exerting or trying to prove something to themselves or others, but that they're just finding a level of dedication that like and faith even that if I keep doing this, something's going to come to life and it's going to be a really good expression of self and of my desires and wants in life. And then there's the overdoing it where it's just like I need more, 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 and I desire this, 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 and okay, well, just make sure it's you're not losing yourself and getting into a place of like, God, I didn't get it, or it didn't come today. Like, if your Amazon package doesn't come today, don't freak out. There could be delays, even though we want something really bad. Just an analogy or a way to look at it from that lens as well. And then the sun's at 22 Gemini, right? So we're starting to see that sun square over to Neptune. And it can be highly creative, but it's very sensitive. These sensitivities don't make sense. It can feel a little diluted. Our sense, our presence, especially with Venus and Mars being in Leo and disposited by the Sun square Neptune. There's definitely like a what do I know there's something, but I can't put my finger on it. That's kind of building. Answers are coming. We got to find stimulation in what we got, what's around us. We got to put energy somewhere. And today's a good day to, I think, figure out what makes you happy. Put your energy into that. Certain things that make you feel like you're going crazy or, it's almost like the universe is gaslighting you. Maybe there's a purpose for that too, or people are, so kind of trying to see what's real and what's not real. And there's a confusion, but there's also, I think, a natural ability that'll feel good if we slow down and don't look for the instant, instantaneous hit, but like see the beauty in the process, right? It's kind of like trusting the process of the day and seeing what kind of magic shows up at the end of the day, just because you were kind of showing patience and feeling, very abundant with the day that you have and not in lack or too harsh on everything or just such a high expectation, if you will. And what cards are we going to get today? Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I don't think it's a competition. I don't think we gotta like prove something again. We don't have to like get into a bunch of crazy fights or beliefs could get ramped up by the end of the day with Jupiter Moon conjuncting. Like we just gotta kind of chill out a little bit. Like chill out, put the stick down, stop waving it at people, stop waving it at yourself, and see like. Well, was I holding even the right stick in life? Might be something important. We got the Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, focus on the thing that makes you feel happy, the thing that makes you feel like there is magic in the universe. I think it'll be easier actually with this card to not get lost, I guess. To not feel like there's no decision to be made or there's nothing that can be done. It's almost like we kind of like take the guard down a little bit and we're more receptive to a feeling and an emotion that is actually providing more of a desire and more of a want or bringing us closer to an ideal or a presence or an energy that we can put more effort and energy into. And the Fool. Yeah, today's a journey. It's always a journey every day. I think there is a naivety to the day, and that's good. I think we are in a time too where certainty is a hard one. We don't want to be too overly certain about anything. So kind of just like free to go on the journey and experience what today has to offer, because it's going to have a lot of feeling, it's going to have a lot of emotion. We can choose to numb that off and stay just in our mind, or we can try and really merge the two and not, just completely dial out the truth, but not dial out the emotion, kind of using both to be more creative in finding what ultimately is another building block or another tool you can put in your tool bag to create more for the rest of your journey. Because guess what? I hope for everybody here it continues tomorrow. And I hope to see you then too, if it does. I love you all very much, and hope this was helpful. I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.